What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for something entirely different. And as you may know, Transformers Masterpiece and such has been kind of slow as of late, so there's not really much new in the ways of Transformers to review, and I don't want to bore you guys by continuing to do a bunch of Legends constantly, so I thought we would do something just a little bit different. So let me set the stage for you. The year's 1989. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting in its swing, it's hitting its stride, people are grabbing them up, and you're a company like Mattel who's trying to figure out what can you get kids into. So you start thinking, kids love soldiers, but you know, G.I. Joe is possibly waning at this point a little bit. Plus that is Hasbro already has that license. What else can we do? Well, everybody loves food, so let's go ahead and make a line of toys that are food soldiers. Now, if you close your eyes and you think about this for a minute, maybe you would think that it is healthy food versus not so healthy food, something like that. You know, trying to be educational as TV had to be in that late 80s, early 90s time period. Well, you would be completely wrong. So this is Burgerdier General, a play on Brigadier General, obviously. And he is from Mattel's 1989 line called Foodfighters. Now, this is a line that never got a TV show. I don't know if one was ever planned for it or not. They're relatively low-budget toys. But somehow, having these as a kid, they've just stuck with me for all these years, and I've wanted to cover them on my channel for a very long time. So I figure while we have some lulls and such, we will cover things like this because, well, it's my channel, frankly, and I want to do it. So let's put Burgerdier General there to begin with. And I will say, there was no story, no comics that I can tell. I don't remember comics. There's definitely no television show. So all your story came from the back of the cards. Now, I don't know if this is the one that came with Burgerdier General. But if you want to read it, you can pause it here and you can read a little bit about the story. Each card had a different little piece of story on it. The good guys were the Kitchen Commandos and the bad guys were the Refrigerator Rejects. Also on the back of your card, which there's just kind of a piece of the card, obviously. The top here would look something like that, I believe. So someone cut these very meticulously. That's their little logo, combat at its kookiest. So on the back of every single one of these, we've obviously got some art of the character, which looks like it would have translated to a comic very well, with their name and their food freshness file. So let's go through it. Our Burgerdier General, his nickname's Hambo. He was born in the Ground Round, Oklahoma. His strength, he meets any challenge. So stay, don't get tired of it here because you're going to see him through all the cards. His weakness, sweet pickle relish. His goal is to defeat the mean wiener. His hobby is selling barbecue grills as hubcaps, and his quote, to go where no burger has gone before. So, quickly looking at this toy, we really don't need to spend too much time on it. They are very interesting. They're kind of like those little squeaky toys you would get your dog. They're just very flexible, but they are painted, I would say, to the nines. I think his cheese could have used a little bit more color on it because it kind of blends in with the bun. But you can see they did a nice airbrushing to toast his bun. The eyes are all pretty good. I would say that there's been eyes on characters that are newer than this that do it worse. When you come down to the arms and legs, they're actually hard plastic. They do swivel around on their respective things, but obviously they are stuck like this and you're not getting very much posability out of this guy. So you pretty much, you know, you go it's about all you're doing. His legs, they can awkwardly spin around like this. Again, not for the posability. These guys aren't getting some grand display and looking amazing. Now all the good guys came with this green backpack. Now I have a hole in the back here. The backpack looks very much like a G.I. Joe backpack here. It's pretty interesting. It actually kind of looks like 3D printed, actually, with some of the roughness to it. But it gets the job done, and it just plugs into what I presume would actually be the way that you would get air to squeeze out of this. I can't help but feel like these all started as a line of dog toys and were just slightly remolded. the hands here. They have the two hands. They have like a gripping hand like G.I. Joe, and then they have the just circle hand. The circle hand is the one designed to hold the weapon on them, and each one does have their own individual weapon. So being the general, he's got his pistol. So just for some size comparisons, here is a modern new age toy. Here is a GoBot who would be, roughly, a little bit older than this guy, but, kind of similar. And here is, just for scale, a vintage Snake Eyes here. Come on, Snake Eyes, you can stay. Man, getting the G.I. Joes to stand can be a little bit difficult. Thanks, New Age Smokescreen, for holding them up a little. Yeah, so you can see, very tiny overall, very not posable, but totally a lot of wacky fun. I'll definitely say the Kitchen Commandos did join some of my G.I. Joe playtimes as a kid as wacky mutated soldiers who, the G.I. Joes needed their help. Anyway, so this is just a small review. I just wanted to get some of these done. We will make our way through the whole cast eventually, and the 3 vehicles that they released, and that is the entire toy line. So we will make our way through them one by one, and we'll just kind of spread it out when we have nothing else really to review. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.